spokesperson of Maulik Jarukilo Party is Arun Poudel sir. Welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Okay, namaste, namo namaha, good evening.
So, what's your take on school education bill?
Yes, the government of Nepal, it was about to pass schools bill after the 29 days strike of all community based schools teachers association. Then yesterday it was conflict between government parties of the government ruling party and opposition. So it was not passed. Although it will be passed, there will be not addressed of the all demands of teachers and stakeholders and students. The teachers, they were on the strike for 29 days, but it was not totally for the betterment of the upliftment of the education system of Nepal. They demanded for their job guarantee, their like allowances and other things. So there must be reform of the Nepalese education system, in my opinion.
Their demand, do you
Yeah.
think it's justifiable?
For their one perspective, they told that it was justified, but did they talk about the education system of the government level? Did they talk about our rural based education system? I don't think so. They only demanded for how much salary will you increase, how much allowances will you provide, what will be your view on our that 10 years, 20 years our investment, sacrifice, such type of things they talked. But did they talk about what will be the government policy, what will be the curriculum system in this era, in this interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary era? Did they talk? I don't think so. That is why there should be again reformation in the total education system of Nepal.
So, why the government is lingering to pass this school education bill up to now?
Yeah, because there is not clear-cut vision, there is not clear-cut goal, and they are engaged with different parties there. One is engaged with a certain demand group, another is another. That's why there are so many groups. And related to private education, institutional education, PAPSON was also demanding for their security, because they have invested a lot of budget and money for the land, for the buildings and education system to upliftment. And what will be the guarantee of from the government side? Government wants to take it into Guthi like public fund. And how it can be secured? There was conflict, and after negotiation, they agreed that okay, we will guarantee for your property. So they have to guarantee for the property of the private schools holders and owners, and the government has to listen their cadres also. There are so many cadres under teachers association, and that is why it is very difficult for the government to pass the bill. Although the bill will be passed, and all the demands of the students, all the demands of the curriculum and the policy of the education, that will not be fulfilled, in my opinion.
So, after passing this bill,
Yes.
it will destroy the quality of education in the government or public schools. Is it true?
No, there should not be any types of destruction and disturbances, but there can be some conflict, because once there was in the public saying hearsay, oh, government should pass the bill totally discarding the private schools. Private schools should be banned. Private schools should not be opened. Such type of rumor was created in the eras of Dr. Babram Bhattarai, when he became the minister, economic minister at the time, and then he became prime minister also. But at the time also he could not do anything else, because the most of the budget, the property owner of private schools, how can they guarantee for it? How can the government take it? It is very difficult. They cannot take. So neither they cannot take nor they can promote it, and they are in dilemma. The government is in dilemma. So in other countries also there are private schools, there are institutional schools, there are public schools. For all, how can we go in midway, negotiating all the things? The foremost thing is, how can we uplift the education quality of the students? How can we make all the youths engaged, or how can we provide them employment in the nation? We should think from that perspective. No one has thought in this perspective. So it is very difficult.
So most of the students
Yeah.
think that the education, quality of education in our country is not very good. That's why they just go abroad for their higher studies. So is that true?
No, no. How can it be true? Those students who have studied here, most of the colleges in Oxford, Harvard, even 7 youths are in American NASA. They are in. So not that. That's not true. The truth is that the government is only taking the revenue, and every year government is sending more than 50 lakh students every year NOC. No objection letter it provides. We have to create the environment for +2, not only up to bachelor's level, 4 years bachelor's level. We should teach them here in Nepal, and during that period we have to provide job time, study time jobs, or learning and earning. That means short-term training we can provide them. We can provide them 20 hours, 25 hours working period for a week, and the students can earn and they can learn. This is the system in KU, Kathmandu University of Nepal, that is they are doing.
So the government, why don't the government think about this?
Government,
Learning and earning.
how can the government think in this way? Our government, who are the ministers having such a visionary power, visionary, they are not visionary leaders. They only want to stay in the chair. How can we rule here? Such type of thought they have in their mind, and always they think, how can we linger for the anything else? Like if we see the education minister, can he think in this way that after 20 years what sort of production we will produce in Nepalese education system? Can he think? No, I don't think so. Only they are engaged in how can we linger our time frame for the ruling in the country.
So what do you think? What's the future of this school education bill in the days to come?
In my opinion, there will be passing of the bills, but it will not also address all the demands of the teachers and schools. So what we should do, or we have to always be ready to give the good quality education to our youth. There is a saying, learning to be. UNESCO has given the objectives of modern education, learning to be. We have to be a human being. It means we have to teach to our children to be a real human being. Ethical based education or moral based education we have to provide. And learning to know, it means who am I? Who is our society? What type of society we belong to? And what is the condition of Nepal? What is the history of Nepal? Who am I? Yes. And then learning to know. We have to know about ourselves, we have to know about the universe. We have to give such type of education. Curriculum should be such type of. Then learning to do. Learning to do means we are producing the unemployed students. We have to include in the curriculum that is based on technology and science, based on skill based education, based on the good quality, that our students also they can work, they can produce innovative education we should provide to the youths. That's why, and we have to give, or we have to include in the curriculum that those students who can think for the living together.
So the government should think about this.
Yeah, government should think and we also should think.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you very
joining
much.
with us.
Yes.